So, my guy.
How be you?
How is the ceiling above you?
It's white. It's boring. How about yours?
That's unadventurous. It's blue. It's got those glow-in-the-dark stars on that no longer glow in the dark because they've been there for so long.
Like literally since you're about 5, right?
Probably. There are stars above me, like the star that I am.
The star that you are. Speaking of stars,
another one has joined the constellation. So another star has joined the constellation of stars, because obviously you die, you become a star.
Yeah, that's science, right?
That's how constellations work. That's science. My beloved car,
the bestest,
has gone to, I wouldn't say a better place, because I'd feel like the best place is with me.
Yeah, no, I don't think being ground into a cube is classed as the better place, you know? Like,
my car has gone, essentially the entire bottom has fallen out and is unrepairable.
Basically, Pico went for his MOT and Pico was like, I can fail this amazingly.
Pico took his MOT, Pico being my car, Pico took his MOT as a challenge.
How many bad things can I get on this list, basically?
Let's see how many boxes I can tick. 100 marks. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and Pico took all the shots.
Yes, but the thing is, MOTs are more like golf rules, the smaller the number, the better the score.
Pico's MOT is the way I play golf, in which I really try and aim for the highest score due to being bad at golf. And by golf, I mean crazy mini golf, the only golf I will ever play as a professional sport.
I mean, putt-putt.
I recently went crazy golfing with a friend. There were 2 crazy golf courses. One was jungle themed. The other was pirate themed. It was pretty great. There was like canopies and like palm trees, and there was a huge shark breaking through a wall. There was an island. At one point, there's like a dangling down shark. If you get the ball through like this crazy thing, it does the Jaws theme. I'm terrible at crazy mini golf, but you know what? It was great.
It was just fun.
At one point, my friend and I decided that if it takes us more than 8 to get it in the hole, we just stop counting and we essentially just gently push it in.
Okay.
Due to the fact that we were holding up people.
Ah, right. You see, that's always the problem, isn't it, when you're doing the crazy golf? If there's someone behind you and you suck at it and it's like your 10th stroke.
We had these 2 people behind us that essentially just like got it in one each time, and we were like, we're so sorry, but you're going to be here a while. You may as well do a lap.
The people that are actually good at golf that go to crazy golf just to make people look bad.
I didn't care if I look bad. I had fun.
As long as you had fun, bro.
Exactly. And I got to that crazy golf in Pico, my car. That is no longer my car. And he did a lot of good trips. I've driven my car up to Scotland.
You did. You went to see Nessie and Pico.
So we went up to Scotland on a Caskheads, a podcast for whiskey about whiskey. At a Caskheads tour to go around distilleries with my brother and one of my friends. So I drove all the way up to Scotland, which is 250 miles away. I drove all the way around Scotland. I think it's more than 250 miles. That doesn't seem like enough.
I don't know. I measured your distance that week in how many times you told me you got a Starbucks.
Yeah, that is accurate. It was the pumpkin spice season.
It was this pumpkin spice season. That's how I measured how far you'd gone, because you just kept stopping every 5 minutes and like, I got Starbucks.
Yeah. If there was a Starbucks sign on the motorway, I was going that direction and getting one. It was great. The cup holders were full. Yeah, I did 1,000 miles in like 3-4 days, I think. So we did a lot of driving that day. We went to go see Nessie. We went to go see distilleries. It was amazing. Scotland's really pretty. That was like the first time I actually went when.
You never like actually been to Scotland other than then?
No, not, well, yes, but not like properly as an adult, I don't think. I've driven to Wales, in which I climbed a mountain, a very literal mountain that I climbed. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was freezing cold up there. There was a like pond area. I mountain goaped up that mountain. It was amazing. And I will be going back to go climb another mountain in Wales. My car's taken us to weddings.
It's taken us to weddings. It's drove you, Pico, and you drove all of us drunk back to the hotel after generic brother and generic sister-in-law's wedding. My parents and my partner, generic. You had to deal with us all in the back of Pico.
I'd deal with you all in my car, to which I said, if any of you throw out your paying for a full valet in which your father then went so I can throw up. As though that was like...
You gave him permission, and you hadn't slept the night before either.
I hadn't.
No, because you were wired. Like, you were on one when I woke up that morning.
That's an accurate summary. And you and I drove all the way to town. Well, you and I drove us all the way to town to get Starbucks for everyone.
And then we went back and took back the Starbucks, because we'd woken up like, well, you'd been awake. I woke up really early, didn't I? So we just kind of... went and found coffee.
Didn't you text me and be like, you awake? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, because I was so bored. For some reason, when I go to like hotels or beds that aren't mine, I can't sleep well. So I'll always go to sleep really late and usually wake up like really early. Hence I was like, I know Luke's going to be up. Luke's always up early. And then you were just like...
Luke is literally always awake.
I haven't even slept. It's like, oh, okay. We're going to go get coffee. Like, okay. And I got in the car with you. You haven't slept. And I was like, let's do it. It's worth the risk.
I think I just straight up wasn't tired.
Can we just, as much as we love Pico though, can we acknowledge the time that we nearly died on that hill and we were trying to find a parking space? And we were on the hill and it was like, right, so we're going up the hill and on the right side of the road, we were going to try and park. But obviously we're on the left side of the road because we're going up the hill. Now, we tried to turn right into the right side of the road where the parking spaces are, but Pico does not turn, does he?
Okay, so he's an old SUV, to which is to say, the turning circle is huge.
It's absolutely massive.
My brother has driven my car before, and he has complained about it.
It was the fact that we turned, obviously, right to try and get into that space, and then basically blocked off the oncoming road of traffic while trying to turn, but not successfully in any way turning and just being in that spot, kind of shifting inch by inch around, for us to then realise that it's just not going to happen. So we put ourselves in like serious danger because Pico was not turning, and Pico was barely like the clutch, the backwards and forwards, the oh no, we're going down the hill. And then we just pulled out of the spot anyway and just kept driving round that one bit. And then finally, after 5 minutes of us trying to get into little sneaky spots with Pico and his terrible turning distance, we just went back to the same car park we'd been at in the beginning before we nearly died on that hill. So yeah, Pico's had some memories. We did a few laps.
I am quite notorious for... I'd say bad parking. I think one of the first times I ever tried to park my car at a supermarket, I was with my brother because this is when I was learning to drive because I learned to drive in that car. It was approximately like just going round and picking about 4 different spaces and then eventually going to the furthest part of the car park where it was just an empty row and I was like, I think I've got this.
Did you get it though?
Yeah, I did. A very slow approach, straight forwards.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh. There's a cat.
There's a cat. I am protecting my keyboard. Last time she just stood on the keyboard.
So my cat Nala has been a very sleepy boy lately. He has. He's been so sleepy. I swear he has slept all day every day and then approximately all night every night because he's a cat and he's sleepy. And I am a bit concerned as to how much he sleeps, but I can't say it's any different from when he was a kitten.
What, he sleeps the same amount?
I think he does, yeah. When he was a kitten, he would just walk and pass out, and I'm pretty sure he still does that now, so...
just walking. Hang on, what's... Bandit. Right, I'm going to move the cat.
We knew it was too good to be true. But news. I read a book a month. It's a low goal, but it's my goal.
Hey, if you set the bar low...
If we roll over the bar, we're still going over it.
You're going to get over it easy. We're still going over the bar. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but the main thing is you did a thing.
Exactly. I did the thing. I read a book. I'm proud of it. If everyone remembers, not too long ago, there was a blue book I mentioned. A blue book that I could never remember the name of. A blue book of insert clip here. Dad was recently going through his books, and I was like, that blue one! That blue one that I've Googled so many times. I've been in so many Waterstones from just hunting blues. Like some kind of blue catcher. Like a huntsman for the colour blue in books. And I was like, that. And I was like reading it. I was like, this has to be it. This has to be it. Anyway, that was about 3 years ago and I've still not read it since, so.
That blue book.
A blue book that I started reading when I was 13, maybe like 13-ish. I then put it down. It still has my bookmark in there from when I was 13. I never finished it. I lost it. I lost it along the way. I could never find it. I couldn't remember the name of it. I just remember the vague storyline. Try Googling a vague storyline in Blue Book for years on end. It doesn't go well. Eventually I find it. This is all covered in the previous episode. Insert name of episode here. Nostalgia?
Was it Nostalgia Dive?
Episode 5.
So it was a Nostalgia Dive.
Yeah, it was a Nostalgia Dive. Nice. So anyway, I've had it. I started reading it.
Right. Okay, what's the story about then, Ro?
Well, firstly, okay. So it starts off, basically, this person, logically, I should grab the book and, quickly skim through it. I'm not doing that. I'm going off all of memory, like the great hero that I am. So.
You have the worst memory.
I know. It's like a sieve, except if the sieve didn't have a grid part.
It's not even like a sieve, it's more like a colander.
Well, a sieve without a grid part is just a hole. So, the book is, right, it starts off with this kid. It's aimed at teens, which is probably why I read it when I was 13.
Right, so it's a young adult book.
Yes. So, this guy, he's digging up like a plaza, essentially. Like there's a whole demolition crew. He's digging up a plaza.
Okay.
And then he finds this water canister.
Right.
It's like a hot commodity.
Right. Is it like a dystopian then?
It's kind of like a dystopian is what I'm figuring it. But anyway, right, we'll get into that. He finds this water canister, he opens it, there's a diary inside. He's like, oh, I'm just going to chuck this away, whatever, this is rubbish. But then he's like, I'm going to read a chapter. It basically starts off with this character in the diary called Pelly D. That's why it's called the Diary of Pelly D.
See, it would have been helpful if you'd have told me the name of the blue book. You just haven't even said that yet.
The name of the book being the Diary of Pelly D.
There we go, right. So he opens this canister that's full of water that has a diary in it that isn't destroyed by the water.
No, there's not water in the water canister. It's just a water canister that they've stored the diary in to be safe.
Okay, right, okay. Someone stashed it there.
Yeah, someone stashed it there, essentially. And it starts off by literally saying, dig everywhere. So basically, what it seems like, from what I can pertain to where I am in the current book, which is, I'd say, maybe a quarter of the way in, there's kind of like different classes of people. Firstly, right, we'll actually start off. I'm pretty sure they're aliens.
Why would you say that they're aliens?
So, it talks about a time of leaving Earth and like the first people founding these colonies, essentially, kind of situation. And they have gills.
Okay, so they're fish people.
Yeah, I think they're fish people, but there are some people that don't develop the gills, but basically that's why water is such a hot commodity, because they need it
to live.
The gills, so like they soak in water and everything, and they drink like lots of water. So basically this demolition crew, he finds a diary and he starts reading it, and the person that wrote the diary, Pelly D, she's like from a higher caste, and there's all like 3 different families, right? And it seems like they get tattoos on their wrist. So basically what's in their DNA dictates how good they are at things.
Okay.
It seems like. So yeah, it's kind of really cool. So basically this guy, he's reading all about like an entirely different life of class system, and like it's her diary, what her problems are, like, oh, the boys she has crushes on and everything. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go essentially dig up an entire plaza with a little jackhammer because I'm 14 years old.
And poor.
The cat's back.
The cat is back. The cat's getting comfy. The cat's just sat now.
The blue book. So yeah, that's basically currently where I am, is in which it's kind of exploring this different class and like all the problems of like a rich person in the capital city with their fancy pool and a holographic pool and all of this stuff. And then this person that's like working.
How do you use a holographic pool?
It's got like a holographic bottom, I guess, so it displays things. So it seems like essentially what seems to have happened, and I'm basing this off the fact I don't know 100% what's happened, is that these people, Earth people, left Earth, they're called like, and then founded on another planet, and then I'm guessing evolved to have gills. Yeah, but I don't know what we're digging for yet.
What if they are just aliens? Well, you said he was digging up a plaza.
Yeah, so basically it starts with digging up the plaza. I don't know why he's digging up the plaza yet, but it seems like there are people that dig it, and there are people that like salvage stuff from it. And I don't know if they're just like refurbishing the plaza or what. I haven't fully, so I don't know why they're digging, but I'm figuring that might have something to do with Pelly.
Maybe the plaza, maybe it's like actually the ship that they came on, that then like, it was so long ago that it's gone underground and it's like kind of rusted over. And
I mean, maybe.
Maybe there's something on the ship that they need to find to be able to...
But they've been told to dig. And it really does remind me of Shia LaBeouf.
Holes.
The early 2000 Holes film, yeah. Which is, firstly, the intro to that film. Absolutely amazing. Stays in your head. The song's a bop.
I don't think I've seen Holes.
Have you not? It's a really good film. But yeah, what have you been up to?
I did a little bit of painting. I've been painting. I'm drawing a drawing at the minute that I'm going to paint as well, which is going to be hopefully like a self-portrait. I'm basically drawing from myself because I need to practice.
Drawing from your soul.
No, like looking at myself in the mirror.
From your emotional self.
No, not my emotional self, like actually looking.
From yourself within.
For reference, like looking in the mirror as I'm drawing. So it looks a bit weird.
From the self you see in your mind's eye.
I don't really draw people much, and when I do, it's like not from reference, it's like anime characters and stuff. It's just going wrong, but it is fine. Gotta make mistakes, haven't you? You gotta make mistakes, you can't learn things.
Hey, there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. As Bob Ross in the sticker on my laptop with a Bob Ross picture tells me.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time you open it.
I need it on my laptop because I'm usually making a mistake. Leaves.
They're so crunchy.
The leaves are falling and turning. I have not found an overly crunchy leaf yet.
Haven't you?
Because it's been so damp and rainy, the leaves have not had time to dry out and be peak crunch.
It'll happen though.
And I can't wait. The day I see a particularly crisp leaf, the problem is that emotionally I can't handle thinking it's going to be a crisp leaf, treading on it, and then
it not being crisp. The sadness of it, it's just not worth it, is it?
It's not worth it. It's better, you give yourself a like, this is going to be the crunchiest, the best leaf. This is going to be the height of my year.
And then it's just...
And it just kind of... Yep.
So, something I have done recently after watching the live-action version that was on Netflix, I have started One Piece, the anime. I have started One Piece, and I am very much enjoying it. Why is there thousands of episodes? There's like 1,000 episodes, if not more than that. We're on like episode 19. We watched the live-action, we binged that. We binged that first. I really enjoyed the live-action. There are a lot of... We knew of One Piece, we'd seen characters, but we hadn't watched the story or anything. We knew nothing about One Piece, so it was interesting for us to watch the live-action one first. But yeah, we had no preconceived notions of what the story was going to be like, who the characters should be like. So I think it's fun for us, after watching the first one, really enjoying the characters, really enjoying who they casted as the people, and I think they nailed it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of One Piece, because obviously I've never seen the anime and watching it now, very much enjoying it, but I'm not like in the lore or anything. I'm not like,
Okay, you're never going to finish One Piece. It's still being released.
I will finish One Piece.
Hello, Crispy.
Oh look, there's a Crispy.
Hello.
It's a proper cat episode, this episode, isn't it?
It's a very cat-heavy episode in which the cats are demanding that the microphone is always on them.
They're demanding the attention, even though I've now locked mine out.
Please do not send the microphone, Crispy. Okay, come here. Whoopsies, there we go. Anyway, that's been the episode. This episode had probably the least amount of structure we've ever had, which is impressive for us.
Didn't think it could get worse, but it got worse.
Normally we have structure, it's just chaotic structure. So, I've been Luke.
I've been Shannon.
That's been Shannon. I don't think we introduced ourselves at the start.
We didn't. We didn't at all.
This has been Dude You Good. Check out the Caffeine Adult Minds Instagram for new shows, reels, updates. The Caffeine Adult Minds YouTube for little fun animations I'm doing because they're fun and quirky little typography.
Fun little quirky things. Bye-bye.
Next time we'll talk about whatever we talk about. I don't know. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jordan, would you like to come in live to the added on end of the most unstructured Dude You Good episode?
Am I the first guest speaker?
The first guest speaker. Welcome.
You are the first guest speaker. Actually, you've already been on it once before.
Hello.
Hello, audience. This is Jordan.
Right, anyway.
Cool.
So,
gosh darn it, my phone.
Professional recorder here.
It's on Do Not Disturb. Why does everyone get through it? So, Jordan came in, he gave me a candle. It smells like cake mix. Shannon can confirm through the webcam that it smells of cake mix.
It smells like cake mix. We have smell-o-vision.
Pretty great. It's a pumpkin soy candle, but smells of cake mix. It's great. So, but this leads us on to our leading theory. The candle go right. This is a controversial thing. Shannon thinks the candle goes on the dashboard if it was to be litten in a car. Jordan?
Litten.
Yes, you would have to get a piece of like double-sided sticky tape, put it between the candle.
You're calling me right now.
I wasn't going to.
The the candle and the dashboard, and then yam the candle and like smush it on top so they can't go around, and then light it, and then it'll be a test for when you drive, because then if you drive like a crazy person like you know you do and you go the candle's going to come off and it'll set on fire and it'll be your fault. So if you don't drive like a crazy person, the candle will stay there and it'll just be safe.
However, my theory is the cup holders.
It's to put the candle underneath. Yeah, but if you put the candle in the cup holder, then you've got nowhere to put your cup.
No, now let me explain this to you. So a candle generates heat. There is nothing worse than a cold coffee. So...
Coffee. Thanks, Leslie.
You light the candle, right? I figured it out literally instantly into my brain. It figured out. Right. So you light the candle. The candle is lit.
Okay.
You put the cup on top of the candle.
It's lit, not lit, it's lit.
You put the cup on top of the candle, particularly if the cup is a pumpkin spice latte. That keeps it warm. Once...
Okay, fine. But you get yourself a pumpkin spice latte. What is the cup made of that the pumpkin spice latte gets delivered in?
Miracles.
It's made of paper. It's made of paper.
It's made of dreams.
If you put a paper cup on top of a flame, it's going to set on fire, and it'll be a bigger fire than just if the fire starts from the candle.
But then it'll be a warmer cup.
It would be a warmer cup. Yeah, Jordan gets it.
It'll be on fire. It's not made of metal. It's not going to get warm. It's going to into fire.
Have you ever touched hot metal? That is a burn risk.
Yeah, come on, Shannon. Unless you drove with oven gloves.
Unless you drove with oven gloves. But then that would be quite difficult. Yeah. So, right, I'm not done. I'm not done. So, the cup goes on top of the candle to warm up, but when you drink it, you can put the candle in the cup. You're still using just one cup holder. However, cars do have two cup holders, so I think I'm safe either way. But you can stack the cups.
Stack up.
Wait, what do you mean you put the candle in the cup? So you drink out the cup, empty the cup, and then put the candle inside the paper cup?
Well, once you've drank it all, you put the candle in the cup. Anyway, that's how I would use a candle in my car.
Yeah, but if you put a candle in your car and you put it in the cup holder and you put the cup on top, it would burn the cup. If you put the candle inside the cup, it would set on fire to the cup. You do not want the cup to be on yag in the car. You want the car to not be on fire. You want it to be happy and not on fire. And you would waste a cup holder, and the cup holder would be on fire. So then the cup holder that would be next to the cup holder would also be useless because it would be on fire.
And your solution is to just precariously balance a candle on the dashboard.
No, you stick it to the dashboard so it stays on the dashboard, so it's stuck.
With what? Blue tack that would melt from heat?
No, double-sided sticky tape, or they have those, like...
Double-sided sticky tape that would melt from heat?
Hang on. They have like foam discs, and it wouldn't melt from the heat because the bottom of the candle is solid. That's not the hot bit. The hot bit is the flame on the top.
This one doesn't have a foam disc. I put it in the cup holder, is what I'm telling you.
You could get a foam disc, but if you the top is going to be the hot bit.
Why would you go get a foam disc if there is a perfectly good candle/cup holder available?
What if you hung it from the rearview mirror?
Ooh, like a candle canopy.
Yeah.
That's even worse. No, because then it's going to set fire to the...
Yeah, that's like an air freshener, isn't it?
As you take corners, it'd swing.
It's just like an air freshener. It's the same way they used to put candles on trees, and now we have Christmas, like LED lights. It's just like the pre...
Yeah, but the reason why they stopped putting candles on trees is because they started setting fire to things.
Yeah, what I'm saying is this is like the Victorian air freshener.
If it's hanging from a piece of string on the thing, right? As it swings, that flame is going to hit whatever it's holding, and it's just going to swing and then burn, and it's guaranteed it will snap the second it swings towards your lap, and then you'll have fire in your crotch, and that'll be bad.
Does Shannon not know about metal chains?
Does Shannon not know about metal chains?
I can hear him. You didn't have to repeat him.
She says she can hear you.
I know about metal chains, but what chain are you going to get that's going to be strong enough to hold up the candle, but also not look like an eyesore, because you will not be happy.
What chain are you going to get that will be strong enough to hold up a candle? Now, if I remember correctly, from the medieval times, there were literally chains that held up bowls of flames.
Yes, but they weren't driving in a vehicle with the bowl of flames. They were sat in a hall.
I'm going to say cup holder is still the smartest choice here. Anyway, you can get thick chains. For example, manacles.
You can get thick chains, but you'll get annoyed by the chain if it doesn't look attractive. It's not going to be a vibe for you. You're going to need some like woven like plant hanger thing.
I'll agree. A thick chain will not be the vibe.
It won't be the vibe.
But however, if I'm putting manacles, I probably wouldn't. Actually, if I was putting manacles, I would absolutely be like, these are not the vibe.
So either way, like, yes, we could go with the chain, but the chain is not the good idea for you because you'll get annoyed by it. And then you'll have to figure out how to remove the chain and the candle.
Things that have been in my cup holders, just so we're aware. A plant.
Wait, are we just going to go through a list of what's been in the cup holders?
A plant.
Okay, we've got a plant.
Pound coins.
Pound coins.
Fajita?
A pumpkin.
A fajita? A pumpkin.
I've not put a fajita
I
in
wouldn't
my...
put it past you putting like a fajita in your cup holder while
my
you're driving.
phones.
I'd say like a burrito, like a breakfast burrito, just sits in the cup holder.
What I'm saying is, a lot of stuff goes in a cup holder. I don't think a candle would be absurd.
No, but I don't think it would be safe. And then you've got a waste of a cup holder.
I don't think a lit candle in a car is safe anyway, irregardless of its position.
I mean,
Well, why did Jordan say to put a candle in the car then?
you wouldn't take it out of the car whilst you were filling it up with fuel. You'd leave it inside for the petrol station.
You could buckle it in
You could buckle it in.
and hope it just don't turn the aircon on.
Blow the candle straight into the seat and just everything just fire.
Well, that's the end of the clip.
Anyway.
Goodbye.
Bye.